getting the ball rolling for, entering the Catholic Church and all of that. When did you realize, well, this is going to happen? This is actually happening.
Yeah, and that's a good question. It really is, because that was part of the journey. Therefore, I would say a decade.
Really?
Since I would say since about when we were really moving with this by the mid 1990s, as individual groups around, we didn't think, what
it was a pipe dream.
It was a pipe dream. Or we could have gone ahead and just, as people have said, why didn't you just go ahead and convert and become, but we felt called to bring those with us to help heal the separation that had happened 400 years earlier. That was part of in our heads, Is it possible that there could be promulgated some way to do that? Now, we had the pastoral provision. I could have submitted myself individually. I almost did a couple of times.
Really?
As an Episcopal priest. And then those guys are just assigned in the normal Catholic diocese.
Okay.
And I almost did that a couple of times, but I still had that because of growing up in this diocese with these wonderful Anglicans, many of which I think really needed the kind of care pastorally to help bring them in the church. And we brought them. We brought a lot of them with us. And
that wouldn't have happened if you had just converted.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. I wish it would have been more, but we had forces working against us. I mentioned some of that, Some of those people were actively working against us.
Really?
Yeah. And it was some of it was unfortunate, and remember, in their mind, they saw us as kind of, what's wrong with you people? Why are you leaving? And this is a diocese. Part of what caused that is the Episcopal Diocese of Fort Worth was a very conservative, and I would say very faithful diocese, still is. And it was standing against the new, if you will, morality, the issues of morality that the Episcopal Church was embracing, and this particular diocese had years of standing against it, especially at what are called general conventions. Remember, in the Episcopal Church, there's a general convention that meets every 3 years that regulates life in this autonomous province.
Okay.
And in general conventions, literally can vote on doctrine. See, there's no magisterium.
Well, wow.
So when you don't have a magisterium and when you don't have that kind of authority, you end up with voting on morality issues too, like same-sex marriage. And the Episcopal Church has embraced all of that.
Okay.
And we saw that as we want to be pastoral to everyone, of course.
Of course.
Jesus loves everyone.
Yes.
We're all sinners.
Yes.
But we don't have any business changing doctrine and morality. That's not our purview. It's like trying to change the sacrament of baptism. You don't change the sacraments.
Yes.
It's capital T truth. That's a bit. This diocese was very faithful in doing that, and still is. And that's one of the reasons why it produced so many Catholics, is because it became apparent that the Episcopal Church was, and I say this, and please forgive me, I'm not trying to be critical, but it became a bit of a lost cause.
Really?
It was irreparable. They had gone too far.